efficient light management system such as our LiveLink helps to save energy and costs. We can also significantly increase user convenience with a wide range of automation options. In today's episode, we'll show you exactly what we can automate and how it works. I'm Marcus, Business Development Manager at TRILUX, and your contact for all questions about our light management system. I've got Ralph with me today.
Hi, I'm Ralph, Product Manager for Light Management and IoT Systems.
In the previous episodes, you have already gained an initial insight into the basic functions of LiveLink, as well as an insight into the LiveLink ONE app. Today, we would like to show you the automation function, Twilight Switch, and time schedules. There is a separate menu function for this in the LiveLink ONE app. How exactly does it work, Ralph?
All right, Marcus, let's start with the time schedules. A time schedule, together with its associated events, like sunrise, sunset, or a combination of weekday and time, opens up completely new control scenarios for us. Within a time schedule, we can configure any number of events with specific weekdays and times, allowing us to trigger different scenarios based on time and day. And of course, it's also possible to set up multiple schedules that run automatically in the background.
You might be wondering what happens in case of a power outage. It's simple. The system continues to run as usual. In case of a power loss, every LiveLink system has a battery-buffered real-time clock. As soon as you connect your smart device, that is your iPad or mobile phone, to the LiveLink system, the time is synchronized. If you are in a permanent network, synchronization will also run permanently.
In addition to the time, we also have an astro function on board. This is used for sunrise and sunset events. To make this work, we also need the location data, specifically the GPS coordinates of the project. In this case, we use the GPS data detected via the tablet to recalculate the exact sunrise and sunset times in the LiveLink system every day. And now let's take a look at it together in the app. We have already prepared a system with several lighting scenes, and now we're going to bring them together in a schedule. First, we switch to the auto menu. From here, we can create a new time schedule right away. Once we've created the time schedule, we open it up and can now add as many events as we like. We'll show this using a few examples with the lighting scenes we've already set up. I'll add an event now. The first suggestion is the time and day of the week. In this case, however, we start with the sunrise. You can now see that the localization data identified by the iPad is already suggested. I confirm the selection and can now choose the corresponding scene for the sunrise event. In this case, we'll start with the auto scene. Additionally, we can define a time window for the sunrise trigger. This means the scene will be activated at sunrise, but only within a specific time range. For example, no earlier than 7 a.m., but also no later than 8 a.m. We've already pre-selected the weekdays Monday to Friday, so I'll leave that as it is for now. I just tap Save, go one step back, and now we can see the first event in the time schedule triggered by sunrise. From here, we can expand the time schedule as we like by tapping the plus button in the bottom right corner. For the second event, we'll go with time and weekday. Again, we select the appropriate scene. In this case, we want to activate the regular meeting scene for the office on the ground floor around lunchtime. So we choose the corresponding scene. Set the time to 1 p.m. On the weekdays Monday to Friday. We save this scene. And when we go back, we can see the second event. From Monday to Friday at 1 p.m., the lighting for the regular meeting in the ground floor office is activated. Let's continue. Once again, we select weekday and time and choose another scene. This one resets the office back to automatic mode after the regular meeting. We pick the appropriate scene, set the time to 2 p.m. on weekdays Monday through Friday. Save the event, and now our time schedule includes a third event. And finally, we want to make sure that the lights are switched off again every evening at sunset. To do this, we add a fourth event, this time using sunset as the trigger. We select the corresponding scene. All off. Set it for Monday through Friday. Save it. And now we have a schedule with 4 events for the weekdays. If we now go back to the time schedule overview, all we need to do is activate the schedule by switching it on. Once that's done, this schedule runs automatically in the background.
As you can see, it's not only super practical but also really easy to set up. With this, you can pre-program completely different lighting scenes for different times on different days, perfect for a typical office day. For example, you could have a different lighting setup during break times compared to working hours or at the end of the workday. You could also set up cleaning light scenes, or define different brightness levels for key areas during the night to provide basic illumination. Let's move on to another feature that will significantly enhance the comfort of your lighting system: the automated day and night switching, also known as the Twilight Switch.
That's right, Marcus. We've integrated the Twilight Switch to give us even more flexibility. Based on the switching thresholds we can calibrate, the system can activate different lighting scenes for day and night automatically. Of course, we can also set up additional Twilight Switches if we want to activate different scenes for different areas. And now, we'll show you exactly how that works in the app. We're still in the automation menu, and now we're simply switching over to the Twilight Switch section. Here, we can add a new Twilight Switch. Next, we go into the Twilight Switch settings to configure it according to our needs. First, we select the sensor that will be used for the Twilight function. Then, we set the switching thresholds for turning the Twilight function on and off. This allows the system to activate the night scene in the evening when it gets dark, and the day scene in the morning when the sun comes up. In this example, we've defined 100 lux as the activation threshold for the night scene. So as soon as the light level drops below that, the system will trigger the corresponding night scene. To call up the day scene in the morning as the sun rises, we'll set a threshold of 200 lux in this example. As soon as this value is exceeded, the system activates the corresponding day scene. Now, we simply save this configuration, go one step back to the Twilight Switch overview, and just activate the switch. From that point on, it runs automatically in the background, triggering the assigned day or night scene based on the defined light thresholds.
You can find out what other great functions the LiveLink ONE app has to offer in the coming episodes. And if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to give me a call, send me an email, visit us at one of our regional trade fairs, or simply visit our world of TRILUX in Arnsberg or Cologne. We look forward to seeing you. Until then, take care.
Bye, and see you soon.